Hello, everyone. God's blessings. It is a great day in Southeast today, and I'm honored to have the opportunity to share this moment with you today. For those who do not know me, my name is Wanda Henderson of Henderson Enterprises. I am a native Washingtonian and a business owner for over 30 years. For 20 years, I have owned and operated Wanda's on 7th at 1851 7th Street Northwest for over 20 years. Thank you. A couple years ago, I had a vision to expand my business to teach skills and education to students in the barber beauty community that would lead them into a healthy career path to provide for themselves and their families. As I stand here today, I am thankful to Mayor Bowser for the acquisition fund and the Anacostia bid, as I am now the proud owner of 2408 Martin Luther King Avenue Southeast here in Anacostia. We will host our first barber beauty school, Henderson International Academy. Being an entrepreneur is a beautiful experience, but it has its challenges. Entrepreneurs need support and guidance, and the mayor and her staff continue to provide that here today with our new district safe commercial corridors hub. Mayor Bowser and the Anacostia bid has invested and supported tremendously into the fruition of my vision of Henderson International Academy and the vision of many other business owners in the city. This grand opening serves as an opportunity of resources and information for anyone with a dream and vision. Don't miss each chance to grow and live your vision. With that being said, as I stand here today in a moment of progression and gratitude, I am honored to introduce your mayor and mine, Mayor Muriel Bowser.
Everybody give Wanda on 7th and now on MLK a big round of applause. It is great to see you all here. I'm joined by members of my team who you will hear from today. And we're in Ward 8 to open our new Anacostia Safe Commercial Corridor Hub. This is the second in a series, and we opened our first hub. Many of you were there in Chinatown in February. The idea is very simple. These are places where residents can walk in to get help from DC agencies, and it is particularly aimed at improving public safety to make sure that people are getting the behavioral health services that they need, the community relations help that they need, and the human services support that they need. And so there will be a friendly DC government person there who can make sure that they are connected to the agency or office that can help them. We knew that when we opened in Chinatown that we would also focus on in Anacostia on this corridor. And if you start near the 11th Street Bridge, you will recognize many of the investments that we have made, including the beautiful new home of the Department of Housing and Community Development. That connects people to resources, including inclusionary zoning and other home buyer programs. And if you keep on going up MLK, we have our existing DHS service center in the mayor's office on returning citizens. And right behind the big chair, we have our Department of Youth and Rehabilitative Services that is open to connect our young people to jobs and training. On the next block, you have the new headquarters of the Department of Health right here in Anacostia. where neighbors can also get to our vital records division. And around the corner, just some more heavy DC government investments, including the Department for Hire Vehicles, the Mayor's Office on African American Affairs, the Mayor's Office on Religious Affairs, and Serve DC right in Shannon Place. You know, the DC Lottery is there too. And right up from here, and that's why I know the chief is anxious to talk to you about it, because a couple of years back, we opened the Metropolitan Police Department Cadet Academy building, also right here on MLK. So now that we have the Anacostia Hub, this is going to be a focal point for community engagement. And I mentioned that we'll co-locate several of our offices. We're excited to have this resource in the community, and we learned some lessons from the Chinatown Hub. Because there we've seen a 15% drop in crime since we opened the hub, including a 78% drop in violent crime. We've also connected more than 200 people to DHS and to the Department of Behavioral Health through walk-ins. So I want to thank all of our teams at our first hub where we have learned, where we're perfecting our model and our approach, and we're delighted to bring those learnings here to our second location. I also want to make a couple of exciting personnel announcements because we have now selected and appointed my deputy director at the Mayor's Office of Community Relations to oversee the hubs, including the Anacostia Hub and the Chinatown Hub. And so join me in congratulating Talib Shakir in his new role. Talib has been an outstanding manager of these operations and services, and I'm just really pleased to acknowledge his service to the district. Talib will serve as the manager of the Safe Community Corridor Hub program, where he'll oversee the day-to-day operations of the hubs and coordinate with local businesses and community organizations to support their success. I also want to make an additional personnel announcement and let you know that we have kind of changed the organization in our Mocha's offices. Soon after I was reelected, I let the team know that I wanted to create ward manager positions across the city. And the job of the ward manager in the Mayor's Office of Community Relations is to really represent what the community is saying to DC agencies and interact in the process, whether it's being responsive to questions, to advocating with me about which investments go first, how we prioritize them, and how we respond to the community. And in my view, we have a prototypical person to be named in the inaugural position as ward manager. And she has been the voice of Ward 8 for a lot of years. Some of you know her as Wendy Glenn. She is the recent winner of the Women of Ward 8 Award. She's been recently honored as the Ward 8 Council on Health. Later this week, she will be a featured guest of the Congress Heights Senior Wellness Center. And today, I'm pleased to announce that she is the first ward manager for me, and she's the ward manager for Ward 8. Congratulations, Wendy Glenn. And with that, I am pleased to recognize some members of our team. We'll also hear from the Vice President of Customer Service at Washington Gas, who we're co-locating this hub with. and then we will be able to take a few questions. And I noticed lots of cookies across the street. So, with that, please welcome the Chief of Police, Chief Pamela Smith.
I think it's still morning. Yeah, we're so close to 12. Good. Thank you so much, Mayor Bowles, and good morning, everyone. We're so excited to be here in vibrant Anacostia, the business corridor, to open our second safe commercial corridor hub, expanding on the first hub that we unveiled over in Chinatown back in February. And since we've announced the hubs over in Chinatown, we've heard from a lot of community members who have said very clearly they'd like to see the same type of representation of DC government agencies in that space. And I'm very proud. I want you to know that I'm very proud today that we are now opening those doors for the members of this community. Time and time again, we hear from residents and business owners, and you speak about your desires to have more Metropolitan Police Department officers in your community. And this is certainly an opportunity for us today to be able to enhance and embark upon those things that you have constantly shared with us over and over again. It is my hope that you have seen a lot more members of the Metropolitan Police Department presence in this area, but joining in this space today, you will find that we will be more ever present to serve the communities, the businesses, and the residents here in Anacostia. Also, this hub will offer several benefits for us. It'll give our officers more accessibility for police services through their police desk. It'll give the officers the opportunity to be readily accessible. And we will cut down on response time when things are happening in this area. But more importantly for me, we will have officers here on bike patrol. We'll have officers in this area on foot patrol. And we will be able to meet the demands that the community has been constantly asking us about over and over again. We will continue to build upon the reduction that we've seen here in Anacostia. I am proud today to say, and I always say that there's still more work for us to do, but in Ward 703, we have a 30% reduction in violent crime in this area. And by having this commercial corridor hub, it will give us the opportunity to strengthen the bonds that we have with other DC government agencies here in the District of Columbia. I also want to take just a few moments to just thank the community members. I mean, you all have been really exceptional. When we talk about a reduction in crime, the phone calls, the text messages, the 50411 tip, you all have been really remarkable in helping us to drive down crime here in this area, and we cannot thank you enough. I also want to thank the officers and the members of the Metropolitan Police Department who take their leadership and direction from me daily. And I know it is a grind every single day, but they do this work with passion, and they do serve this community with care. And I want you to know that I am ever present in this space with them. Every week we have community safety walks, and we invite each of you to please join us in our community safety walks. So again, want to thank Mayor Bowser for this amazing opportunity to open up a second corridor here in Anacostia, and it is certainly our pleasure to serve you as best we can. I'll turn it back over to Mayor Bowser. Thank you.
So with that, I want to invite Dr. Barbara Basron, our Director of the Department of Behavioral Health.
Thank you, Mayor Bowser, for your leadership and your continued investment in behavioral health. That really helps us to make safe, quality health care available to our residents. I'm wearing green today in recognition of Mental Health Awareness Month. During the month of May and every month, I encourage you to mind your mental health. Mental health is health. Mental wellness is critical to support our daily functioning ability. Just as you go to the doctor to monitor your blood pressure and physical health, the same must be true of your mental health. Most people living with mental health disorders are managing their wellness with the right support from their providers, from their families, and from their friends. Our emotional health can range from thriving to struggling. No matter what you're experiencing, there are ways to take action to support yourself and those around you. Self-care means taking the time to do things that help you live well, those things that bring you joy. Self-care can help you manage stress, boost your mood, and lower your risk of illness. Self-care looks different for each of us. It may take trial and error to discover what works best for you. Incorporating even small acts of self-care in your daily life can have a big impact. I would like for you to remember the 4 M's of mental health. 1, movement. Exercise and take care of your physical health. 2, mastery. Do something that you do well, something that gives you a sense of accomplishment. 3, meaningful engagement. Stay connected to talk about what you are feeling. And 4, mindfulness, deep breathing, listening to music, meditation, and engaging in relaxing activities. In other words, find some joy. Within our communities, the stigma regarding mental health can keep us from getting the health we need. Together, we can bust stigma. Every day, in every possible way, we need to stand up to stigma by talking openly to people about mental health, encouraging friends and family members to get help they need to support their mental wellness, and taking care of your own mental health, just as you do your physical health. Here within the District of Columbia, thanks to our mayor, we are very fortunate that mental health support is easily accessible in the district. You can simply call 1-888-7-WE-HELP or 988 to talk to a trained mental health professional 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. Since the launch of the district's 988 Lifeline, we have received and provided appropriate support to over 14,000 callers, and we anticipate the calls will continue to increase with mobile texting and American Sign Language features that will come on board in June. Thank you to Mayor Bowser, and thanks, Mayor. We are here today with our agency partners at the Office of Public Safety and Justice, the Metropolitan Police Department, the Department of Human Services, and the Mayor's Office of Community Affairs to open our second Safe Commercial Corridor Hub. These centrally located hubs allow us to engage with our residents and provide care at the right time and the right place. And what better place to meet people in need than directly within their neighborhood? Bringing services to the community, this second installation of the Safe Commercial Corridor Hub is an additional opportunity to access mental health services and supports. With 125 providers located in the district and 35 right here in Ward 8. Our youngest residents can receive services right at school through the School-Based Behavioral Health Program. This program is designed to help children and youth make good choices, regulate their emotions, and learn good coping skills to help them succeed now and later in life. Just like with physical illness, treating mental health early may help to prevent a more serious illness from developing in the future. As always, DC, I encourage you all to mind your mental health. If you need additional support, please know that we are here anytime. You are not alone. Remember, get the support you need when you need it. Help is only a phone call away. You can get support, remember, by just simply dialing 988. Thank you for allowing me to be here, and thank you, Mayor Bowser.
And let me introduce Washington Gas's Vice President of Customer Service, Michelle Musgrove.
Thank you so much, Mayor Bowser. Good morning. I am Michelle Musgrove, the Vice President of Customer Experience at Washington Gas, and I couldn't be more delighted to be here with you to celebrate the grand opening of the district's second Safe Commercial Corridor Hub today. In 1848, the Washington Gas Light Company was chartered to fulfill one purpose: to light our nation's capital. Since then, we've expanded our role to providing the needed energy to this ever-developing region. That expansion presented an opportunity to do more than simply provide the natural gas needed to take a warm shower or cook a hot meal. It presented the opportunity for us to serve in the many communities where we also live, work, and play. Today is an example of just that. I couldn't be more proud to say that we worked with the mayor's office to create a space in our walk-in office across the street for a hub that will connect Ward 8 residents to the plethora of available city services. The word that comes to mind when I think about the partnership is community. Some simply define it as a group of people living in the same place, but it doesn't stop there for us. Community must also embody the relationships we have with those around us. We absolutely love being a part of this community and are committed to serving in it, while we also provide energy to our customers that is affordable, safe, reliable, and aligned with the region's climate goals. So thank you, Mayor Bowser, for the opportunity, and we are proud to be in this community with you.
Okay, I think that concludes our remarks. And we want to thank you for coming out, and I'll hold back for press questions in a minute. Thank you, everybody.